Welcome to Conversations Below the Surface, the CBS Podcast Shorts. I am your host, Marcus Gentry, and we hope you enjoy this episode. There's a man named Paul Harvey, a radio broadcaster, who at some point, either at the beginning of his broadcast or at the end, he would say the rest of the story. And I want to use that expression to go into this subject because I want to talk about the rest of the story. And there is always a little more to the story than what we would call the headlines. So the headline has been a statement that I've made pretty often, and that's maximize your moments. Every moment matters, I say, so we should maximize it. But the more I thought about it and the more I interviewed and had conversations with different people, I found out that there are many people who really don't know exactly how to maximize the moment. What are the steps for that? What does it really mean to be able to get the best out of every moment that you have? So I want to go a little bit deeper into that for this short podcast that I'm going to share with you here. So, of course, first of all, we realize that we don't want to linger in the past in order to maximize our moment. We need to extract something from it, but we don't want to linger in it because we cannot unring a bell. So there are people who get stuck in the past and they can't move. They keep rehashing old information and they have trouble maximizing the moment because they're stuck in the past. There are other people who get overly concerned about the future. What's going to happen? What's going to happen when I die? Or what's going to happen with the war? What's going to happen with the presidency? And we truly cannot cross a bridge before we get to it. So we can overly focus on what's going to happen and lose the value of the moment. So that brings us to, of course, maximizing the moment. But now there are some very specific things that we can do using the past and the future in the present to be able to maximize it and get the most of it. I put it in something that's kind of easy to remember and hold on to it. I call it A.I.M, A-I-M. And you'll see what I mean as I go through it, how this will help some of you to be able to find ways to maximize the moment. So the A stands for, first of all, assessing, acknowledging, and applying the lessons of the past. That means sitting still or walking, whatever you need to do so that you can assess, okay, what happened yesterday? Let me acknowledge what it was, not put my head in the sand about what happened in the past, and figure out how can I extract the lesson from that? What was the lesson that I learned? And how can I apply that in this moment so this moment is maximized and I get the most out of it? That could be things like lessons that we learned physically. What happened maybe in our medical arena? Did we recognize that something happened that we could learn from, apply differently today in this moment? Did something happen with our emotions? Did we handle anger a certain way, or frustration, or disappointment, or resentment, or even love? Did we handle our emotions in the best way yesterday, a week ago, or in our past, so that we can apply a new strategy today to be the most effective? Maybe it had to do with finances. So maybe in our finances, we made some mistakes in our yesterdays, and we need to see what that lesson was. Maybe we spent where we should have saved, or maybe we saved when we should have been investing in something. But whatever that lesson is, we have to be still long enough to assess, acknowledge it, and apply that lesson from the past. The second one is the I of the A.I.M, and that's immerse ourselves in the moment right now, immersing ourselves with a mindset and with a set of skills. So the mindset that I want to offer you to maximize your moment is this: everything is opportunity. So if you are in the moment, if you recognize that no matter what happens, the births, even the deaths, the accomplishments as well as the setbacks, every single thing that happens is an opportunity. You get to decide what's an opportunity to do. Can you grow from it? Can you learn from it? Can you avoid it? Can you repeat it? What is it an opportunity for you to do is up to you. The recognition or the mindset is that everything is an opportunity. Now, that's the mindset. The practice or the skill set is to approach each day with gratitude and with curiosity, which means we have to be grateful for what we accomplished, what we have right now in this moment today, but also be curious and be open to discover new things that may be available, may be unfolding in this season of your life. So immerse yourself in the mindset of everything is opportunity and in the practice of gratitude and curiosity. And the M stands for just mapping out what you need to do in this moment to either maintain the level that you have if you feel that it's good and improve or build on it so it can be even better. Whether you're improving conditions or whatever it is, there's something you can do to improve things. For tomorrow, just in case you are able to be here tomorrow, can you make tomorrow a little bit better for you? What can that be? Who do you need to talk to make tomorrow a little bit better? What do you need to do different? How do you need to move or manage life or things so that tomorrow can be a little bit better? That's mapping out a plan. So you don't want to, or we don't want to have a childlike approach to the moment where we're only concerned about immediate gratification as a child would in pre-adolescence. And I just want what's happening now. We want to have a mature attitude, maximize the moment, but also prepare for the next moment so that we haven't spent everything in this second, in this moment that we have, but we've mapped out a path so that tomorrow we can be a little bit better, we can improve conditions, we can learn from the past while making this moment, as rich as possible. And that, my friends, is the rest of the story. How to maximize your moments with A.I.M. Thank you for listening to this CBS Podcast Short. If you would like to hear more on this topic, please email me at respect@marcusgentry.com. And don't forget to check back for new episodes.